everyone, Liz here from Adult Services, and today I am here to talk about a book that's for all of you fantasy lovers. So the book I've got today is Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. So this book came out last year, but what's notable about it is that it recently won the Hugo for Best Fantasy Novel. And this is a fantastic story if you're into fairy tales at all. This is a wonderful sort of dark fairy tale, definitely for adults and definitely with a modern sensibility, right? It's about a third-born daughter, so a princess who was the third-born, named Mara. And she knows that she's been raised with her older sisters are going to be married off for political reasons, but she's pretty much hoping that as the third-born daughter, she's going to be able to skate under the radar. And she does. But then unfortunately, when her older sister needs her help, it's up to Mara, who is now almost middle-aged, to come out of hiding and go run to her sister's aid. And she is joined by some other kind of fairy tale characters with a modern twist. So you've got a disgraced knight, you've got a fairy godmother who's not much good at anything, and a mysterious grave witch with the magical powers that are going to help Mara to topple the throne and save her sister's life. So this is a really fun read, and as I mentioned, recently won sort of the top prize in science fiction and fantasy. And T. Kingfisher is a prolific author. She also writes books for young adults as Ursula Vernon. She writes horror. She's written other fantasy novels. So if you're interested at all in fairy tales, I highly recommend Nettle and Bone.
Hi readers, I have a fabulous book for you today. The title is The Postcard by Anne Berest, B as in boy, E-R-E-S-T, translated from the French, where it won, I think, at least one award, possibly more. Everything I've read said it's one of the best books in France in many years. It's big. It's probably over 400 pages. And it's considered in a category called biofiction, which is not something that I had heard of before. And the definition is literature with a protagonist named after a real-life person, which that I could go down a couple of rabbit holes with that, but that's what it's considered. The book goes back and forth in time. So the historic part is where Anne Berest, the author, is talking about her Jewish family members that died during the Holocaust. And the postcard is a postcard that's delivered to her mother, probably in the 70s, with only the names of the 4 family members that died at Auschwitz. And it becomes like this little mystery about who sent the postcard, why. And the author starts to hear these stories from her mother about these family members and about her mother, who was the only member of the family to survive. So it does go back and forth in time. It's beautifully written, and the translation is wonderful also, because I didn't feel like I was losing anything there. So Anne herself, the author, talks about how she's doing the research and how she's trying to find out what happened and researching what her family members were like. And so it's just so well done. As I keep repeating myself. But please give it a try. Right now, it's on our shelf here at the Goffstown Public Library. It's also available in Cloud Library as a digital book. It's in Hoopla, and it's owned also in the Libby collection, although that one was not available when I checked it about 10 minutes ago. So take a look at it. It's a beautiful book, and I really hope you enjoy it.